Hello, everybody. My name is Matt LACSON. I'm the writer, director, star, editor of the masterpiece that you're about to watch, known as Creepover. And today I'm here with.
I'm Dylan LACSON. I'm the credited director of photography and one of several actors who played the Unicorn Man in this movie.
As you see, in case you didn't know, this title scene that you're watching is a very deliberate homage to the works of Alfred Hitchcock and Saul Bass, such as Psycho and other such movies, which are very big influences on this film. You could say this is basically a Hitchcock or De Palma directed slasher film. You could see a lot of his DNA everywhere, just from the title scene alone. And
Yeah, so why don't you tell us a bit about how this movie was made? So, actually, yeah, no, you actually, I guess I should start since,
it's stem off your
it
project.
was like mid-pandemic in the Philippines, about 2021, and we're basically just dying of boredom at this point. So we planned, we had a camera in handy, so we planned to make a movie. And so I wrote my script for Your Loving Mother, and I guess this sort of inspired him to to make the script for his own movie, Creepover. Is that all right?
I mean, I've always been planning to make just kind of a slasher movie.
Well, for the longest time though, like your passion project was to make the John Thick 3 feature length thing, which kind of basically fell apart in the pandemic.
I mean, yeah. I mean, sorry, a little tipsy right now. The idea of having a slasher film was something that or like something with me and my friend, a horror movie with me and my friends is just something I've always had in mind for many years, even before I started Creepover. That
I guess it's also worth mentioning that this pretty much originated from the slasher or something short. That was kind of like a computer project between you
it's
and your
called a
friends.
little experiment.
It was a computer project between them. They made slasher or something. So this is essentially like the drawn out sort of expanded version of that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say Yellow Mother was
I
the
mean, yeah, it didn't
inspiration,
solely
but
cost, but it kind of like triggered it. You're like,
yeah, it kind
okay.
of sparked my
It was like, all
yeah.
right, well, Dylan's working on his own thing. I gotta start working on mine, and that kind of caused like this sort of notorious feud between the
That still remains till
bet-
still goes on
between
till now.
between the two of us. Yeah, essentially, just clashing productions because I mean, yeah, I mean, just like little kids, right? It's my turn to film. No, it's my turn to film. Because obviously, with it being the lockdown and everything, like we could only have our friends over for like a very limited amount of time, over like every other week. So when they were
And
over, every other weekend. So when they're over, it's like I want to film mine. No, I want to film mine. You ran out of battery, man. I was about to shoot my shit. So like that's
and
essentially
that's how it took a year and a half to finish this 20-minute
to finish
film.
both of them. So now we have this 20-minute movie, and then Your Loving Mother ended up being like almost 2 hours. So this shot over here, this is not most of the movie is shot in our village in the Philippines, but these very few these random exterior shots, beautifully filmed, were
Yeah,
done in.
uh, some Spanish highway, and I was the one who took them, despite Nerd being I'm sorry, Mickey D's being the credited DP. I guess you could call me the second unit DP then for those couple shots in the highway.
The shots we like so much that they ended up, some of them ended up being used in Your Loving Mother.
And the radio news announcement that you heard was actually just supposed to be a more straightforward, like an actual reporter going on about the unicorn killer. But thanks to the actor, world renowned singer David Young, he decided to go ahead and play like an actual radio DJ
Did
and
he improvise everything, or did he
improvised.
have?
I mean, I had like notes in the more straightforward version, but he decided to. But he basically improvised everything.
So he got kind of a Chekhov's. Actually, what was that signifying?
Well, I guess it's not clear to you, but that's meant to show that his car wouldn't lock because his key is dead or something.
Okay. Okay.
It's a little POV shot to make it feel like it's being watched, and over here it kind of signifies how he's still stuck in juvie with a cage, kind of being like a prison cell.
Hmm. Okay. And here we get so I guess this is one of the ways this movie pays tribute to Psycho is we kind of have like our false protagonist, sort of, right? At the start, we kind of assume that Landon, he's like our Marion Crane. He's kind of like our lead. Dies like less than halfway through the movie.
Deliberate homage, and he was actually originally supposed to be played by our good friend and actor Augusto.
Yes, and that's why his name being Bogart. I mean, it's funny that it's still kept in just because Bogart. It's a funny name.
But it stemmed from Sins of the Father.
It is originally, yes, one of our April Fool's videos was kind of the sort of failed project we did with Augusto called Sins of the Father.
I did.
Well, okay, yeah, just him and Augusto. Kind of a failed project. Called Sins of the Father. Augusto made his name Bogart there for reasons unknown, and it's just funny. And we wrote this role specifically with him in mind. In fact, there were some like random changes because like in the script, his character was supposed to be undergoing like fat camp or something, or that was like his big little secret. But eventually, with a last minute cast change, we kind of like rewrote. Okay, no, he's coming from juvie now.
Due to scheduling conflicts, he was never free. So
Augusto was never free.
Augusto was never free. So yeah, we had to make that.
We got this incredible one take monologue over here.
Yep.
In which he manages to say the exact same sentence 5 different times, just slightly paraphrased each time. The reason why I'm not eating is because of all this shit that I saw on juvie. You wouldn't want to see the stuff I saw on juvie. The stuff in juvie is why I'm not eating. Those things that were terrifying. The stuff in juvie that makes me not eat.
I thought we weren't gonna poke fun at each other in this commentary, but okay.
How can I
see how it is.
Oh, hey, what is this? What is this wide shot? If you guys at the table someplace.
Oh yeah. Intricately planned. I decided to make this shot. I decided to pay homage to the famous painting, The Last Supper.
Oh! Shut up! All right, we're about to hear the best line, the line of the movie. You make t-shirts out of that line. It's become so iconic. Says, crap my ass. Which, yes, we are aware, originated from Friday the 13th.
Hey, don't
Part 5, A New Beginning. We're giving away all of your influences here, so you might as well give it a little jiggle. That's from The Adventures of Tintin.
But anyways, yeah, that last Supper shot is very symbolic, since it is indeed the Last Supper for everybody in that table. It's not just Jesus, it's everybody's Last Supper.
He manages to teleport a few steps up, and then he
transfers back down.
I mean, that was courtesy of I believe it was my decision to have it kind of like that little transitionary shot over there. Kind of taking priority of, I guess, flow of emotion over continuity. Just doing everything I can to save this movie.
I mean, movie's already perfect.
Okay, and here we're about to get our big Marion Crane moment. The first death of the movie.
And originally he was actually supposed to die in the shower, in the shower room, not while taking a shower. But,
what was supposed to happen to him?
He has his little breakdown because he's being made fun of by everybody. He would go up into, be in the bathroom.
Okay.
Then he sees, a vague figure in the shower comes behind him, turns back, and then killer comes out.
Honestly, that sounds like it would be at least a scarier idea. But, okay, well, why did you go with this? Is there any particular reason why you thought this would work?
I think because he poked fun of me by saying the psycho influence was too much.
The psycho influence too much. Okay.
And I think I just wanted a more over-the-top death.
Oh, you should also credit the music over here. So a lot of this score, you wouldn't think... you'd think like we'd get it mostly from horror movies, but it's actually from... There's some, but like, what is this? Call of Duty 1 music by Michael Giacchino.
Oh, yeah.
You'll hear a lot of that throughout the movie. Actually, the opening credits are from...
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Another reason why I made this movie is just so I could use my bombastic orchestral music that I wasn't able to with our previous projects.
That's, I think, another reason why we often clashed on set is because Your Loving Mother, which you are seeing on TV right now, very much a homage to like low budget indie, kind of like B movies. Um, so you
Yeah.
have like your A list psychological horrors like your Rosemary's Babies and Exorcist. Uh, Don't Look Now. Um, this is trying to be like the B list ones that were trying to emanate like the success of those. So like Let's Scare Jessica to Death or what else? Symptoms. So way more low key, way more sparse with its style and its use of music, and that's kind of something that we often clashed about on set because this is trying to be much more of like a studio, like an old fashioned 50s 60s like strings heavy Bernard Herrmann score. Think Psycho or Peeping Tom. So I think like two if you looked at the camera in this shot. This shot could have been better, don't you think?
I mean, what would you do different?
I mean, I would have the unicorn
Ask the
man.
DP.
I would have the unicorn man. Well, okay, I was playing the unicorn. I was standing in that shot, so I couldn't actually see what was behind. I don't think anyone was behind the camera in that shot.
No one was.
But I'd have him look taller and more imposing, and I would have him lined up to the door right next to it because like the shadow of the lamp is kind of like blocking him. Just a thought.
I mean, that's your business. You're the director of photography for this movie. Yeah, you can say a lot. This movie's score is just rejected tracks from Blood G and Wildlife.
Oh, another funny detail, as you mentioned earlier. This movie was shot over the course of about a year and a half. So Kailash's hair. I think Kailash is probably the most like egregious when it comes to these continuity to these time changes. Because here he has very clearly has a mullet, has a very weird '80s style mullet, and he's clean shaven. And in other scenes, he has like a full head of hair and like a bit of a beard or a mustache. So it literally changes between shots. But this is one of the first scenes we shot. I think this is the first death scene we shot in the whole movie,
Yep,
isn't
that
it?
is the first death scene we've shot.
So why? I mean, like, okay, why? What kind of prompted you to have this be the death? So what's going on in the scene is that Kailash is, I guess making some weird snack that
It's
that
spam. It's a spam
necessitates
sandwich.
that necessitates a pizza board and a spam can. And here he is looking around for a knife. He can't find any, so it's kind of a bait and switch. We think, oh, the killer has a knife. He's going to stab him with it. But like, oh, wait, no, never mind. He finds a knife right here. But if you look at the lower left, boom, the pizza board vanishes. He ends up cutting up Kailash with the pizza board. So what kind of prompted you to make this exact...
I think it was just the pizza board itself. We just had an house and I'm just like, this would make a good weapon. It's just that simple.
Well, up here we have the iconic scream from yours truly. Ah! What the? Oh shit! Just proof that I could that I dubbed that myself because Kailash is basically incapable of yelling. So we just we just had someone can fine fuck it just open your mouth. So he just opened his mouth and I just dubbed in ah.
Yeah, that.
And he's
I learned my lesson.
never cast him in his career in any role that's meant to be taken somewhat seriously, unless he's like deaf or mute.
Yeah, which is what we did in Punisher.
Haha, camera lights. Here's Bob's NPC walk. Classic.
And the whole reason we did this tracking shot was because our kitchen got renovated.
Our kitchen was renovated so we couldn't actually show the interior.
Yeah, because it's completely different.
And another reason as to why you'll see later that the focus goes all awry is because I just got LASIK surgery like the day before this. So my eyes were still bloodshot, they were still blurry. I couldn't see, I hadn't fully adjusted. So that's why the focus gets a little wonky as the characters get closer. I mean, all things considered, I think it's still a pretty good concept of a shot. I think it does suffer from a little bit too much headroom, which is kind of common in a lot of
All of
movies.
our movies. I don't know. High impact, maybe. But oh yeah, we should mention about the deleted stair scene and your character, actual name character.
That's probably, if you ever make that Creepover making of documentary, you should definitely include that in, right?
I already made a Creepover making of.
Was it in?
Yeah, it was in
Oh, it
there.
was. Okay.
Yeah, so go explain what that was all about and your
Okay. Well, I mean,
character.
obviously, laws changed from the
First.
from script to screen. So the original idea was so they find Landon's head in his
All
toilet.
of us, like even Kyle.
Kyle Ash was not supposed to die by piece of board. He was supposed to still be alive here. They find Landon's head in the toilet, and they call a cop over, and then
played by
which was supposed to be played by me. And then he goes inside the house. Chasing happens, and while running downstairs, Kyle Ash and the cop, they get their heads kebabbed together with a
that's
knife.
where, if you watch High Impact, the Achilles tendon getting sliced, it came from that scene too.
Right. Right. Yeah. So we had like this whole set piece planned out. We even, like, as you can see in the Creepover documentary, we kind of have this whole this sort of previs this previs video for it. But why did that never happen?
I mean,
Did you what's it?
I think it's because of the pizza board.
You just figured that would be a better, more fun set piece, I guess.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're making a slasher movie and you have, like, what, 4 characters to kill off, and there's only so many deaths you could, creative kills you could use.
If I had more characters, I would have definitely done that stair scene. Like, yeah.
At least one more character.
2, because of the cop.
Oh, we can see Kyle Ash very clearly playing the killer over here. As you can tell by his curly hair and his socks with sandals. And Mac and Juntio smiling. They can't resist having fun while being chased by their friend.
It's something you'll notice a lot with our movies, which is why I do not want to be in front of the camera. But we're just
it's just so much fun.
We're just coerced into
it's
it
just
because
so
we don't
fun.
have people.
And this is, I mean, was this the first scene we ever shot in the movie?
That's the first thing we ever shot.
Yes. Unfortunately, most of it was unusable because of, I don't know, you didn't like how your face looked or what? The first version of the scene that we shot was unusable, so we ended up reshooting much of it. There's still some shots that were from the original takes.
Yeah.
Very obviously just like a cut up plastic container that we substituted for glass.
Oh, what else were we going to use?
I mean, if we put actual effort, we probably could have, like, actually made our own, like, kind of like sugar glass.
Well, why we should have done it for High Impact.
I feel like there's a shot missing between you guys running out of the car and, like, you guys running in the grass field. I feel like there should be at least one shot.
And that zoom shot was also one of the first things shot done the first day.
Flawless. Here's an effect that doesn't quite work with Bob clearly holding the knife to his back. Effort, my boy. Effort. That's a little bit better. So we shot 2 versions of his death. One in which the Unicorn Man just strangles him to death.
Yeah, because we weren't sure if we were able to drag him.
We weren't sure if we were able to pull it off, which fortunately I think we did best we could. So this is me once again playing the Unicorn. Oh wait, no, that's Kyle Ash still. Or was it? I think it cuts back and forth between me and Kyle Ash. So we're essentially just pushing Bob on this on a cart. On this low flatbed cart. We're pushing him forward while he has a string attached to his neck, and then we reverse the footage so it looks like he's being dragged by the string.
No, we're pulling him backwards.
We're pulling him, yeah, sorry, I missed
pulling backwards.
We're pulling him backwards, and then when we're reversing it so it looks like he's being pulled forward, yeah. Yeah, I think we just really gave up with that final styrofoam head effect, because that was not convincing at all.
We didn't know how to make flash paint then.
I mean, it's funny because we used flash paint when making Landon's dead head.
Yeah, because that was done after.
I think, I don't know, we assumed if we shoot it from afar with dark lighting, that would be fine, but
it didn't.
It wasn't. It still looked like crap.
And there's a very half-assed ending we did, because it's like literally the last day we had to shoot this movie.
I mean, yeah, Mac originally wanted like a longer, prolonged chase, which should ultimately have the same ending. So I thought, all right, we'll just kill him off here, because these chases are getting redundant. Originally, I think we kind of planned for it to have a somewhat supernatural ending, with the killer getting like killed, like decapitated, and then when Mac thinks it's safe, like he suddenly, like the killer, like his headless body stands up, picks up his head, and like kind of attaches it back on.
And there was another ending where it turns out to be a prank on me by all of my friends the whole time.
Yeah, we were trying to come up with, in which, the friends were throwing a big prank, it's all a big prank, and Matt goes crazy, he ends up killing all of them
Yeah.
anyways. And honestly, I think literally any other ending would have been more.
Yeah, but we had so little time. So,
Yeah, we had a little
we sort
time.
of sorted
I don't
out.
think anyone's really willing to like write like a full screenplay treatment of those endings. So he just runs in and gets his head cut off. Boom, done. And there I am once again, playing the human form of the Unicorn Man. Okay, and that was it. That was Creepover. So I mean, what do you think of the final product? Did it live up to your standards? Are you satisfied with how it turned out? What?
It exceeded them.
It exceeded them. Okay.
I'm kidding, but I mean, I guess it kind of works as a bunch of bored kids in a house. Um, it, I think it definitely put the rejected tracks to good use. I don't think it's quite a good showcase of my style just yet because I was still
I
trying to
mean,
find my
yeah.
footing.
I mean, this
here.
is like the first movie you shot on a black man, excluding "I'll Be Here Till Daylight." This is like the first time I actually tried to make a full movie.
And directed by me because I still haven't quite yet found my style at this point yet. So it's just more of an experimentation as to what I could do in the future. And thank you for listening.
He was out there.
And like and subscribe.